All right, welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you've got questions about buying a home, selling a home, getting financed for that home, what type of financing is right for you? Are the rates right for you to refinance right now? Or should you hold off a little bit longer? I'd like to talk a little bit more about that. Also, how is this whole thing with the whole Trump thing going to affect interest rates? I think they're going to get better. Now, he's doing everything he can to try to get affordability under control, trying to introduce 50-year mortgages, even though I don't think that's going to be the answer. Trying to buy mortgage-backed securities. I don't think that's the answer. But I think that all of those things combined could be the answer. And listen, he's a super smart guy, but there is no magic bullet. And when it comes to turning the economy around, sometimes it just takes an event to make that happen. And I can tell you this much. I don't see anything turning around massively. There's no giant U-turn, but things are already going in the right direction. My applications are up already. New applications are up. I thought refinances would be a little bit stronger than they are. We're doing lots of them, but I just don't think it's right for all of you to refinance just yet. I know I'm crazy. I'm in the business of doing mortgages for people, not talking you out of doing a mortgage, but you've got to be able to trust the person that's giving you the information and that they don't have something in it for them. So here's my advice to you about refinancing. If you have a VA loan or an FHA loan, call my office. Let's get the application started now. Go to webringyouhome.com. Provided your interest rate is north of 6.99%. Anything under that, these lenders are tricking people, particularly on conventional loans. It's a trick. You should have a 36-month break-even period or less when it comes to refinancing. I'm getting these solicitations from people. They don't know I'm a mortgage lender, but I own homes, and I'm getting solicitations at 4.99% and so forth. It's like, if you believe that, well, let's just tell you, it does matter. I won't tell you. They're not there right now. They're not there right now. So anybody that can get that for you is lying to you somewhere. Why do we want to start a relationship out with a lie? And I'm not into the whole bait and switch things. I know a lot of lenders are. They throw the 4.99, the 5.25% rate out there, and then they reel you in. Then you find out that you're paying 4 points and 1 origination fee. Listen, folks, that's not the way you do it. The numbers have to make sense. So I'm going to give you my personal phone number. Tampa 813-213-4009. Now listen, that's not a call center line, folks. That's my cell number. I will have me or my teammate set up an appointment up for you and I to talk. Orlando, 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. We will get on a Zoom meeting and we are going to nail this thing down. We're going to determine the rate that needs to happen for you to make it worth your while to refinance. Now, if you are needing cash out for debt consolidation, that's a different story. The whole strategy is different, because then I look at, what are you paying now for all of your debts? And what would you be paying if I were to consolidate all the debts? And don't go to a debt consolidation company. Don't let these fancy salespeople talk you into debt consolidation. 99% of the time, it's not the right thing to do. Just like credit repair companies, don't do it. It's not the right thing to do. Call me up. I'll pull your credit. I'll give you a credit analyzer for free, and I'll tell you how to fix your credit. Now, I want to move on from this, because there's a segment of the market that has had the golden handcuffs on, meaning that you've got a 3% fixed rate, maybe even lower. That segment of the market has now started to shrink. There are more people with rates over 6 than they are under 3. And that's a new development. So that means that people that have not wanted to buy because interest rates were 6.5, 7.5, they even hit 8% back there in 2024. So now they look at that and they go, okay, rates are in the low 6s. maybe in the mid fives if you want FHA or VA. So now they say, okay, I'm willing to go from a 3.5 to a 6 or a 5 3/4. So now they're willing to give up that house, but there may be a different option for you too. And I just want you to think about this, because not only am I in the business of helping people accumulate wealth in real estate, if you sell the real estate, you may you may have made some wealth on it, you may have made some profits, but is that really the right thing to do? Or should we investigate the opportunity for you to keep the home that you have, turn that one into a rent because you got a 3% fixed rate on it, and qualify for a new home that fits your family needs? Now, that is accumulating wealth. That is long-term wealth gains, but there's a lot of benefits to that. So I've taught a program called Leapfrog that I developed myself because I didn't have a lot of money to buy investment properties. So I learned that if I bought primary residences, I could eventually turn them into a rental property and I would get better interest rates, lower closing costs, and I could get the seller to pay more towards my closing costs. So it made sense. If that's something you're interested in learning about, if you have a family member or friend that would like to know more about how to gain wealth in real estate, it's not complicated. And you've heard me say this before. There is no such thing as a rich renter. Okay, Elon Musk, Grant Cardone, you can pull out two anomalies. They're the only two. The average person. So think about this. Look around the room. Look at the people you know. Who owns property? And then look at them and go, do they seem like they're building wealth for themselves? Have they got a sizable 401k, IRA, money in the bank, living well, saving money? And then look at the people you know that are renters. Did you know the average renter in America has less than $10,000 to their name? The average homeowner in America has more than $230,000 to their name. Which one's better for you? So you may say that I can't buy it. It's just unaffordable for me to buy right now. You have somebody here, and I'm volunteering to help you design a way for you to get into a home. Maybe down payment assistance, maybe Hometown Heroes. Hometown Heroes still has some money left and people aren't even using it up. There are opportunities for you, but you have to get away from what interest rates are. Forget about it. It doesn't matter, because you're willing to pay a landlord 100% interest rate, because rent is 100% interest rate, but you don't want to pay a 6.5%. Well, I don't think the math works on that, my friend. And some people may say, well, I can rent much more home than I can buy. You're right. You can. You probably can. That's a true statement today, but that won't be tomorrow. That's not over the lifetime. So yes, and they're trying to make it more affordable so the landlords can continue to get rich and take your money. Do you not see that? Why do you think they're putting fancy gyms and swimming pools and clubhouses and movie theaters in these apartment complexes? They want you to stay there. They're very smart. These are hedge funds that own these apartment complexes. But it's not good for you. Does it meet that immediate gratification that I got a nice apartment with a pool and a clubhouse? Well, maybe it does. Maybe it does. And maybe you're a BTR. Maybe you're born to rent. And we have that. Listen, I'm a landlord. I own rental properties. So I love the fact that there's a segment of the market that does not want to excel in terms of gaining any type of wealth. Now, these are the same people that will be a victim and call me when they're 56 years old and they have not a pot to piss in. And they're like, well, I'd finally like to get out of renting. I'm 56 years old. Hey, you're going to retire in 15 years. I think you ought to have something to your name. Don't you? Do you walk out in your yard, look around, and you go, I don't even own this place? It's terrible. Have a little pride. 407-706-3313, 813-213-4009, or WeBringYouHome.com. I'm here to help. I'm not here to judge. Listen, I have no position to judge. I've done everything wrong in life. I've made all the mistakes. Now I'm here to help you fix them. So let's get together. You call me up. We'll get a Zoom appointment on the calendar. Now, there's another segment of the market right now that wants to buy. And these are people that may want to downsize. Maybe you have a six, seven, $800,000 house and you want to move into something more affordable, something smaller. You don't want the maintenance cost. Let's talk about that. Maybe you're one of the folks that now you're living off of Social Security, but you've got high net worth, but not a lot of income, and you don't qualify for as much house as you want. I have a program that will help you with that. Maybe you're self-employed and you write off everything because you have a creative accountant. Well, good for you. You should do that. But if your tax returns don't show the net that you need to qualify, you've got to get into a house. You still have to buy a house. I got the program for that. Maybe you're an investor and you want to buy more and more properties because you see the benefit in it, but you're not showing the income, or you don't want to show the income, or you don't want the extra paperwork. I have a DSCR program, debt service coverage ratio. The only income that's used for the mortgage is the rent that the property produces that you're purchasing. It's an unbelievable program. All my investors absolutely love it. Simple, easy. And there's a way that you can get the interest rate on those loans to be really close to what a conventional interest rate would be. And that is a true advantage. So, putting all these things together, there are opportunities out there. You want to build on your own lot. You want to buy a lot and build a home on it. You want to do a renovation loan. You want to buy a dumper, but it's in a neighborhood that you like. Let's renovate the whole doggone house. You want to stay in your home, but it's not meeting your needs. You want to put an addition on it, redo the kitchens and the bathrooms and the floor, and just polish it all up again because you like your neighbors and you like the neighborhood. I got a great renovation loan for you. You need a little bit of cash, home equity line of credit. How about that? Now, I don't like folks putting a lot of money on home equity line of credit that you're going to leave on there. There's a strategy. Now, banks love home equity lines of credit because they tie you in. They know you're going to use it and you're probably not going to pay it off quickly. Well, they love that. It's like a credit card. So you should use a home equity line of credit as a tool, not as a way just to leverage financing. If, for instance, let's just say you've got $50,000 in credit card debt. I get you a $50,000 equity line. We wipe out the credit card debt, but now you should be hammering away at that equity line. Don't let it just sit out there. I will help you. I will coach each and every one of you. And all of you physicians out there, I know you're so much smarter than I am. I get it. Listen, you're smart, but you're not good with your money. Come to me. The loan arranger will help you get things going in the right direction. And a lot of you are hiring a lot of these financial consultants that are more out for putting your money in places that make them a higher commission than make you more money. Talk to me. I work with a lot of financial advisors and strategists, and I know the ones that truly are looking out for your best interest. So if that is, you make over $400,000 a year, maybe you have $1 million to $2 million in the bank, call me. I will also connect you with people. These are the things that I can help you with. As far as your homeowners insurance go, we need to re-shop homeowners insurance every single year. Every single year. And your own company, do not be loyal to any company. Don't tell me I've been with State Farm for 30 years. I'm going to stay with them. That's foolishness. Don't do that. Let's shop it. Maybe State Farm you should stay with, but let's find out. Just because they paid a couple of claims and you've been paying them for 30 years doesn't mean they're your best friend and they got your back. As soon as something doesn't smell right, they're going to go in another direction. So having said that, I want to thank you for tuning into the show. Appreciate this very much. I'm here to help you with a mortgage. I want to help your friends, your family. Think about me. I want you to write these phone numbers down. 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009 or webringyouhome.com. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the loan arranger. I run the Central Florida division for CrossCountry Mortgage, but I lend in all 50 states, and I can help you. Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, you name it, I can help you. Let's get it together. Let's do some business. Let's help you gain some wealth and work with the mortgage company that cares as much about you as you do. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Once again, 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com.